Hey, welcome to MLB Prop Picks powered by the Bat. We're on covers, we're on YouTube, we're on X. Let's go. Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, 9:30. Looking a little light here. Derek Carty has his place here. Derek Carty in person will not be in the studio today. I apologize to the chat. We have a funny week this week. I'll be doing some stuff away. I'm going away tomorrow. Derek's away Tuesday, Wednesday. Andrew Carey will be on the show Wednesday, dropping the releases without Derek, and then everything get back together with Derek on the show Friday. Good morning to everybody there. Coming off our Friday release, 2 and 3, minus 0.6 units. The Austin Riley 2-strikeout one didn't sit well over the weekend, but we go on. We got 3 plays today. Great to see everybody there in the chat. Before we get going, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. That's a big one. Leave any comments if you want. And before we get to the plays, don't forget, you can find these numbers now. The Covers website. Head over to MLB Prop Projections. You can search by the game, by the players, by the markets. Find out the best plus EV plays of the day. These also powered by Derek and the Bat X. Let's get right to it. I saw a little chat there going, what's the weather look like, Weatherman Josh? And it's probably one we should pay attention to. Before we get to the release procedure there, we got yellow, and these are all from, of course, Weatherman Kevin Roth. We got yellow in Baltimore. We got orange in Philadelphia. We got orange-red in Detroit at the Mets, and then yellow at Cubs and at White Sox. So make sure, before you get your bets down, make sure you look at the weather. It's a day that we need to take a look at the weather before we get. There's nothing worse betting baseball than hitting overs and seeing your guy get rained out. So in saying that, this is how we do things around here. If you're new to the show, we'll tell you what book to get to, where we're playing this at. Hopefully some secondary books. Give you some time. Log on. Then we'll tell you the game we're betting on. Let you find that. The market we're betting on. The player. And the bet. The over and the under. No fakes. Just straight plays. We got a 3-pack today. We got some early stuff. I don't think we're playing that, but Derek sent these numbers in. The numbers are still there, so let's go. We moved the market incredibly on Friday. I don't think I've ever seen you guys move the markets and the numbers as much, so let's get right to it. Release number 1. Producer Mick on the buttons today. Let's get right to it. Cleveland, Seattle. We are at DraftKings. Secondary book includes BetMGM. Now, I believe it was in the Discord. Someone pointed out in the Discord, but I have Nemo memory and forgot. There is another book now offering hitter strikeouts. So if anyone knows another book that's offering that, let us know there in the chat. Cleveland, Seattle. Going the West Coast. It's late. Hitter strikeouts. So we see DK. They've moved it up a bit. And if you know the show, make sure our number is still there. If producer Mick can analyze. There we go. Zoom in. Yes, our number is still there. If you know anything about Derek and the show, there's a 90% probability that this play is on a person without a pitcher. So let's go. Release number 1, Seattle. Dominic Canzone, under 0.5 hitter case plus 180. Canzone, under 0.5 hitter case plus 180. That's on the under. We should see that number move. If you're late to that, still available at BetMGM. Now, without Derek and the projections, I'm going to do my best to tell you what his projections are, taking a look at his raw data. So don't mind my background there. We're going to change it up. All right, he's hitting 8th. He's left-handed. He's a candidate for pinch hit. And when we're hitting these, if we can project 3 at-bats compared to 4, that's a massive plus EV play here. Obviously, this guy has a decent strikeout probability, but if that's the pinch hit risk is not priced in. Derek's numbers say he's batting 8th. Okay, let's see. His pinch hit risk, looking at somewhere around, 5%, it looks like. The projection, his raw numbers are so crazy. 0.65 Ks, 0.14 walks. 2.81 plate appearances. That's about as low as you can get. So I'm trying to find the pinch hit risk on his raw data here. There it is. His pinch hit risk, 62%. That is about as big as you get. If you followed the show, once you hit that 60 and up, about the highest you can get is about 66. That's where this is. So if you're looking at his numbers, and that's exactly what the books are doing in these situations when they're pricing this, if you're looking at the numbers, that's where it comes to. If you look at his strikeout numbers, you're like, oh, wow, okay, this is a strikeout batter. Guess what? 62% pinch hit risk, under 3 plate appearances projected from Derek and the bat. That is a massive advantage. So hopefully, 2 and done, 3 and done. The lefty hitting at the bottom of the order hopefully gets turned around. That's where we are with that. As we say, we have some other accounts. Bet99 is that other book that we were talking about. I know that's available in Ontario that does have these markets, the hitter case. Where do you find pinch hit rate? These are on Derek's raw numbers. They're not easily accessible, but that's where the most interesting thing about Derek's numbers are they start with the rawest things, and that's with plate appearances and pitches seen. And it just builds out from there. So 2.9, 2.8 plate appearances, that's a great spot there. Let's go. Release number 2. We're at Bet365 on play number 2. Let me pull up the raw for this guy while we wait. Secondary books here. Bet Rivers, MGM, pretty widely available. Should move. Take your time. Game in question. LA at Miami. 6:40. First pitch. First pitch. Let's go. Prop market. Pitcher strikeouts. Anderson versus Luzardo. Luzardo was good to us last week. Oh, producer Mick. Got them decimal odds. But no, our number's still there on the slight conversion for release number 2. Let's go this way. Let's go LA starting pitcher Tyler Anderson under 4.5 Ks, -115 here at Bet365. Anderson under 4.5 Ks, -115. Starting to see it move. Just seeing it move to -125. If it's not there, it should be there at MGM. Bet Rivers also had that. I can't bet 365 from work anymore. Yeah, that the IT got you there, Evan. The IT department caught on. Make sure you find this at a better number. We're starting to see that move, and it's with good rate. I mean, his numbers right now, the projection. This is Anderson's first start. Anderson is a guy who is not even anywhere near a K per 9 pitcher. Oh, Evan say -135 at MGM. Okay. We're starting to see it. I think the buy point's probably -125. Projection. Pitch count for Anderson for Derek's numbers, 83. Okay. We got a hitter's umpire in Stu Sherwater. Okay. The roof, it's closed. He's got a large reverse split. His numbers are nuts. His raw numbers are absolutely insane. His projected outs, 15. His projected strikeouts, which is obviously the most important thing, 3.51. So our -115 odds are pretty much indicating about 4.5 strikeouts implied. Derek's numbers, 3.5. That is a massive expected value to the under on that number, especially at a low number at 4.5. So Anderson under 4.5, -115 with the projection looking at 3.51. That is some solid value there in a market that, I mean, again, if you follow the show, we used to be really heavy on the pitcher stuff, but you see the market correct. And it's not an easy one to find value in day to day, and you got to get it early because it dries up quickly. So let's get that in. Let us know if you're looking at a different price because we're seeing it move there. Seeing some -115. Mike Taylor saying -115 still on 365. So we'll take it there. Lost my mark. Here we go. All right, release 3. We're staying at Bet365. Secondary books include BetMGM, ESPN, DK, everything pretty much you need to know. Pretty widely available. As I pull up the raw stuff from him, let's go. Game in question. Cardinals. Padres, 9:40, first pitch. Some late stuff today. Head over to hitter props. Okay, player hits. That's where we are. Player hits. Big Bad Dell says minus 115 still there available for the Anderson under. All right, player hits. St. Louis, San Diego, third and final release of the day on a Tuesday, April 2nd. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Does us a favor. Puts a smile on producer Mick's face. Number's still there. Let's go. Release number 3, San Diego hitter. Jurickson Profar under 0.5 hits plus 170. Profar under 0.5 hits plus 170. That is some plus money there. Miles Michaelis is probably not as bad as a pitcher as we saw in his opening day start. He's probably not as good as his numbers indicated last year, but he's somewhere in between in that situation. Derek's numbers really don't look at some of the stuff that bettors like to look at. That includes stuff like head-to-head matchups and small sample sizes, but Profar is still 0 for 7 lifetime versus the St. Louis starter, so there's a little edge there. The projections here, same thing. When we're looking at these small hitter props, 36% pitch hit risk for Profar. The projection, which is, it's a little tougher to get. 3.37 plate appearances is the projection here in this game. And the hits, as I slide it down, 0.68. Okay, so I don't know. This win percentage is certainly not 50% at the spot, but plus 170 certainly still leads to plus EV. As I see producer Mick putting some things in the chat, taking away my attention. But that's where we are today. The 3 plays are in. That's what we got. We got no Derek, but we got his plays, and that's the important thing. They didn't move, but they're moving now. We started off Cleveland, Seattle, hitter case. Seattle, Dominic Canzone, under 0.5 hitter case. Massive pinch hit risk today from Derek's numbers, about 62%. Projected for under 3 plate appearances. And then we went pitcher, Tyler Anderson. Halos, under 4.5 Ks, minus 115. We got that at 365. Projection on that is 3.51. So massive EV there. And then Jurickson Profar, under 0.5 hits, plus 170. Looks like a great matchup on paper, but there is some pinch hit risk there for, I believe it's switch hitter, but it could be wrong. But Profar, good, solid plus money on that spot. Smash that like button. That's what producer Mick is saying. Appreciate everybody there in the chat. Follow the Covers Twitter, Covers X. We'll let you know if there is more plus EV plays from the Bat X. We'll put it on that. I am off for vacation, you lovely people. I will not see you for a week. I'll be back next week. Going to get some sun. Thanks to everybody there in the chat. Andrew Carey will be on tomorrow at 9:30. And then Friday, Derek will be back, I believe, with Kaylee for the 9:30 show. So we'll leave it at that. Hit that like button. Appreciate everybody there. And if you want, again, don't forget, find these numbers at the cover side of the player projections. They're all there, easily sortable. Find the numbers there. Let's go. Let's get some winners today. Big Tuesday. I'm Josh Ingles. This is MLB Prop Picks powered by the Bat. Let's go. See ya tomorrow.